I'm like the fly Malcolm X, buy any jeans necessary. Detroit red cleaned up. From Detroit to the elite, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that Kanye. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Good morning, ooh. Good morning, ooh. Man, they gonna have me looking ugly as hell in the thumbnail. I'll be like this, but I'll be like, oh hell no, boy. Instagram be doing. I'm Instagram. Man, damn, YouTube be doing me dirty, bro. I swear. Man, I'm gonna listen to that song after I make the video. Anyway, so yeah, man, like I say, salute to my brother Dre. You know what I'm talking about. Speaking of the devil, he just messaged me. I ain't gonna forget about you, great brother. Hey man, you know me, like man, we go back like four flats on the Cadillac, bro. We go back to what, eighth grade? Ooh, man, we some veterans, man. We some young veterans in this man. Damn, man. But nah, man, like no, but I do appreciate that, brother. Like I say, it's all love, man. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, man. Oh, first and foremost, salute to everybody. To all my viewers, listeners, subscribers, everybody. Ooh. Somebody be like, damn, shut up. Nope. Tell me what to do, Skip. Skip, don't tell me what to do, Skip. I'm like a fly Malcolm X. All right, I done wasted 2 minutes of the video almost. That's gonna be my intro from now on. Ooh, nah, I'm just fucking with you, but nah, man, I'm just get to the topic, man. So, no, seriousness though, I've been doing a lot of thinking, man. So lately it's been a lot. Like I made a previous video, and earlier this morning, I had thought about turning it into a series. Um, and the video I'm referring to is the hypocrisy in hip hop video. Um, like, and the reason, and some of y'all may be asking, or y'all may ask, like, what made me want to turn it into a series? Well, I mean, for those in the, on social media or whatever, like, we know it's a lot of, you wake up every week or every other day, it's like another young rapper getting killed or something like that. But, I'm like what really made me want to make it, I saw somebody make a comment. Was it when Jada Youngin passed? I think it was when he passed away. Um, yeah, I think so. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna just say him. Like I saw, so I like to read comments, and one of the comments was like, "Yeah, we need to clean hip hop up to back to when it was good," or something along those lines. And I'm like, when has hip hop ever been good? You know what I'm saying? Like, has hip hop ever really been good? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I already know somebody go say, they like, man, what you mean? I'm like, truth be told, I mean, a lot of people may not like what I'm about to say in this video, but I just feel like somebody has to say it. And why not your boy Skip? Why not me? Okay, hey, why not me? Hey, Skip. No, I'm just playing, but in all seriousness though, man, I'm gonna just stop BSing around. Yeah, so I just felt like, why not me? I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I mean, I haven't really seen anybody like address like the hypocrisy in hip hop, like outside of, salute to him, Mr. Charleston White. That's probably like the only person I've seen. But outside of him, I haven't seen anybody really say anything about it, to be real with you. So let me just get into it. So when I saw the comment, I was gonna comment on it and say, well, when has hip hop ever been good? Like, and they like to say, oh, when hip hop was in its essence and the history of hip hop, and they like to go back to when they had like the cardboard boxes on the ground and they used to spin on their head and break dance and shit like that. But I'm like, okay, well, that's entertainment. That's a form of entertainment, right? So why does a form of entertainment have to be a culture, quote unquote? Because when you think about a culture, well, when you think about a culture, like that's like a set of, beliefs. That's like the way you carry yourself. That's like the code and principles, like as a community or whatever, or like a group of people, or like a man, or like we should have a man culture. I mean, women have their own culture. Maybe fucked up on both sides, but I mean, hey, But that's another topic. Not really, but so yeah, like I was saying though, so a culture, like when I hear the word culture, I think of like, like a set of like a way, like a lifestyle or like a set of principles like you live off of, you know what I'm saying? Like just because you're good at breakdancing or dancing or you can do a backflip standing up or you can sound good or if a lot of people like the way you make words rhyme, I don't um I don't deem that as a culture. You know what I mean? Like a culture, and this is also another problem in the so-called black community too. One of the many problems, but one of the main ones I see, like we have rappers, athletes, and entertainers on this pedestal, and just because they're known and have money, and they have just because they're known and wealthy and rich and famous, like we just automatically appoint them as a leader. And I'm not gonna knock any rappers, entertainers, athletes when I say this, but just because they have that, that doesn't make them leadership worthy, especially of a community. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna be leading a community, aka with the word culture, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I mean, like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So I mean, it's not all like the rappers, athletes, and entertainers. It's not all their fault. I mean, we bear more blame than them, in my opinion. And the reason I'm saying that because you just can't be thrusted into a leadership position. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't be forced to be a leader. Like, oh, you the leader, you got all this money. Like we gonna follow you. Like you're very influential. Like we like the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you look, the way you carry yourself supposedly on camera. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be positively or negatively, I mean, we just look up to them. So like one thing I've noticed, like whatever we gravitate towards, whether that be positive or hold up, whoever we gravitate towards, whether that person um, uh, bring out positive or brings out positive energy or negative energy, that's who we automatically gravitate towards. Prime example, like I'm gonna just use an example, like today, right? Not today, but currently, I mean, like a lot of young kids look up to NBA Young Boy or Lil Durk or Lil Baby or what's another rapper they like? Well, mainly well, really those two, NBA Young Boy and Lil Durk. Um, and like I posted maybe like a month or two ago in my story, I posted that. I mean, you really can't get mad at them. Like I don't condone violence or nothing like that, but it's like, well, I mean, they're doing a form of entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And pause on that point for a minute. Um, so, like a lot of the older people, especially, they say, oh, hip hop wasn't like this back in our day, and all these young kids today rap about is killing and blah, blah, blah. All these kids are doing is just. So, what's different So what's different than NBA YoungBoy talking about all the niggas he killed allegedly or whatever the case may be, and somebody like Tupac or somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference? I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, you can't we can't say we want to grow as a community if we just only pick out the shit that favors us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for somebody to say, "Oh, all these young niggas." Excuse my language, because y'all know I don't like saying the N word, but I'm gonna just use it for the, for this video. People like to say, "Oh, these young niggas, all they do is rap about killing, smoking dope, and fucking all these hoes and blah 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 and all this shit." But it's like, well, this just didn't start in this generation. They did it back in the day too. Okay, so what's the difference between Two Live Crew and Amigos? Like honestly, I mean, Two Live Crew. I mean, Uncle Luke and all of them. Well, that nigga ain't my uncle, but you know what I'm saying. They call him Uncle Luke. Like one day all talking about, pop that pussy, pop that pussy, pop that. Okay, so what's the difference between that and I want to see you pop your pussy while you on the handstand? So what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? So that's also like another part of the hypocrisy, and also too, they damn sure ain't gonna like me for this one. So okay, how do I want to say this? Okay, so and then another point too, women or like people like to say that hip hop degrades women, but it's like, I mean, females nowadays really put themselves in a position to be degraded. You know what I'm saying? From the way they dress, how they act in public. You know what I'm saying? The way they carry themselves. Hell, like I ain't gonna say I speak for all men, but I feel confident in like the brothers that I talk to on Instagram. I think I speak for us when I say that we've heard and seen females do some foul shit. And it's not necessarily like we just seen it, like we heard them like brag about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they brag about fucking over a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like they know a dude will like them or whatever, and they still get like they get off on that energy, like fucking somebody over for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, why should I respect somebody like that? You know, like if you like I shouldn't value like you can't expect other people to value you. And this goes for both men and women. Like you can't expect somebody to value you more than you value yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like like the best form of respect is self-respect. Like if you carry yourself in a respectful manner, more times than not, you're gonna get shown that in return. You can't be a peasant but still wanting, or you can't carry yourself like a peasant but still um damn, what was I about to say? Like you can't carry yourself like a peasant but be expected to be treated like a queen, and vice versa. You can't be a queen or whatever and still carry yourself like a peasant. Same thing with a man. You can't call yourself a king and you still have the mentality of a peasant, or you carry yourself as such. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah. Also too. So it's like, okay, so if hip hop was so good, or yeah, if we need to go back to when hip hop was so good, they gonna be mad at me for this one. I already know it because I was thinking about this shit earlier. I said, ooh, they ain't gonna like this one. Okay, so Earl Simmons, rest in peace, aka DMX, right? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but then he sang the song, "If you have a daughter older than 15, I'm a raper." I know they probably gonna flag me for saying I'm sorry. Well, that's what he said. I mean, shit, I can't clean that up. You know what I'm saying? The R word. I mean, that's what he said, clear as day. He said, if you got like if you have a daughter older than 15, he's gonna do the R word to her. So it's like, and he's not the only one. Like we can go to Eminem, we can go to all of them. Eminem even talked about doing this, like impregnating his own mama. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how good is hip hop really? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the fact that that's what y'all grew up on, and this ties into what you know what I'm saying? And this ties into what I was saying, or like the conversations I've had with like some brothers on Instagram. You know, like when we talk about like the generation thing, like every generation feels like that generation is the best. If you talk to somebody in the '70s, they feel like, or who grew up in the '70s, they'll feel like the '70s was the best, the '80s was the best. Some people feel like the '90s and the 2000s was the best. Some people feel like the 2010s and this current era we're in is currently the best, for some or like reasons, you know what I'm saying? So so yeah, it's like, how good is really hip hop if you're saying you like, if we have rappers saying that, or if we have rappers who have said that if you have a daughter older than 15, I'm a raper, and rappers talking about impregnating their own mothers, raping their own mothers, and you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff. So how good is that? So are we promoting sexual assault? Are we promoting like I mean, honestly, like what are we promoting? You know what I'm saying? And I mean all of us, I mean, we recite these lyrics and all this other stuff or whatever the case may be. But still it's like, how good is hip hop really? Is really my question. And it's more of a rhetorical question. But it's like, how good is that? So we're gonna promote not only the so we're promoting not only sexual assault but sexual assault on a minor. So that's good, huh? And this is DMX. This is, in a lot of people's minds, one of the goats. I mean, in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have DMX number two on my all-time list. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, let's just, if we go have that conversation, let's just keep it real. We promote gang banging, we promote murder, especially of people that look exactly like us. You know what I'm saying? So how good is really hip hop really? So they can really blame it on these new age rappers if they want to. And I don't listen to every new age rapper, but I am aware of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am aware of like the drill music scene. Okay, so my question is this: what's the difference between people talking about drill music and horrorcore rap? Damn, you eating every item on the KFC menu, boy, your stomach, you gonna be on that toilet like a mother. My bad, I got a notification. But Yeah, so my question is like, what's the difference between horrorcore rap and drill music? If it's just music, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like I said that, just like I mentioned, like that DMX line, or some things Eminem have said, or whatever other rapper you can think of. You know what I'm saying? Like I just used them two as an example, just to, you know what I'm saying, and to kind of touch on my point, because DMX and Eminem are two of my favorite rappers. But it's like I'm not gonna excuse the shit that they've said just because I like their music too. You know what I'm saying? Um, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like uh, like yeah. So what's the difference between the two? And somebody can say, "Oh, horrorcore rap, that's just storytelling." Really? Is it really storytelling? I mean, hey, maybe like a lot of people are really living their truths out through their music, and or honestly, what I think it is, I think that like a lot of people really can't handle like the lifestyle like a lot of these younger cats are living. Like a lot of these, or can't handle the lifestyle like a lot of these younger cats are living nowadays. Um, so yeah, they tend to knock it and say, "Oh, it's too much." I'm like, well, y'all say y'all want truth from music. I mean, I mean, like I said, I don't condone violence or murder or dope selling or gang banging or nothing like that. But at the same time, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, you can't excuse something this rapper did because you grew up listening to this rapper versus this young rapper or younger rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like, I mean, let's just be honest. So my question is, oh, or like when I saw that comment, my bad. Like when I saw that comment, made me think like, has hip hop ever really been good? I mean, just because, like I said, just because you grew up on it, does that make it good? I mean, a lot of people in the previous generation grew up in the crack epidemic. Does that mean that the '80s were a good time period? You know what I'm saying? Because the people I've talked to, especially people who grew up in that time period, they say, man, like that era was the worst era that could have happened to black people. You know, so it's like what and then like the '80s and '90s, you know, that they had like the you know, like the resurgence of gangbanging and stuff like that. So it's like, has hip hop really ever been good? You know what I'm saying? And another one, you know what I'm saying? A lot of favorite rapper, or especially since he passed away, Nipsey Hussle. I mean, didn't he say he's gonna turn all these bitches into lesbians? He did say that too, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so are we promoting homosexuality too? Like I said, I don't have anybody, or I don't have anything against anybody who does identify as homosexual or bisexual or transgender or gay or lesbian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like you really can't. In this next artist I'm about to name, I don't listen to his music, but it's just another example that I'm going to use. So it's like, okay, so y'all get mad at Lil Nas X for for doing what he did with that devil in the video, and him saying in a song what he said in a song. I'm not gonna repeat the lyrics, but it's that someone to love me or have it or whatever name that song is. Like if y'all have heard the song, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So what's the fuck it? I'll say it. So what's the difference between